Why am I doing this? We just were streaming. We're back. Hello. Oh, I like the spinning skulls. That's good. Idea, Leatherman multi-tool, but for chopsticks. That exists, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Welcome back. We're playing Minecraft. Here's a farting sound. But legitimately, I do think Peglin is a good game, despite the fact that I can't play it. The charity is happening. The schedule is out. Someone hit up this charity. Let me get the dates right. The 20th is the first day of it, correct? That's happening soon. And you should be excited about it. I'm talking about it right at the beginning of this, so that way it's in the VOD. August 20th to 22nd. All right, cool. Now I've done my bit. It's on the Variety is Hope channel. Twitch.tv/Variety is Hope. The store is up. You can get your merch. Benefits the Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation, which is an awesome charity. They're floating horses. They're not floating horses. The render thing just hadn't happened yet. All right. So let's see what the plan is for today. I'm just glad you guys are still all going. Yeah, dude. I think a majority of the team is still doing it, man. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'd say that's right. We've added a couple people over the years. And we have, like, associated acts. It's like, you know, by and large part, everyone's here. Floating Horses sounds like a good indie band. It sounds like a band that would have been really popular in 2000 something and then would immediately have dropped off the face of the earth. Like, whoever did Impossible Dreams. That song. All right. So it looks like we can actually just start on the castle proper now. And someone actually mentioned that I should switch this out with a fence in the middle. And I think aesthetically that would look better too. They mentioned it on the VOD. And I'm sorry, I've forgotten who said that. You can literally go to the VOD and check. I could do such a thing right now. I probably should. Hussy core music. It's going to pass. Yeah, dude. We'll have raised $1 million for charity by the end of this. I had to cancel my dentist appointment because I was worried about, like, having... Because it's like, you know, a general cleaning thing. Because they're like, yeah, turns out if you don't go to the dentist for a few years, your teeth look like crap. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah. So that was the conversation I had. And so we're good, but I need to go there and do that. I think I'm actually going to put this all away and go and mine some. I think I have to. But I'm excited for the charity. I think it's going to be good. I think we're going to have a good time. A lot of guest acts, a lot of associated Vinesauce people. Mike's hosting the a block. That is out there, I think, now. Otherwise, I just spoiled it, and I'm an asshole. That's cuss number 3. Dentist vet. I mean, like, Tilda's got insurance. Tilda's got health insurance through her job, which is poggers. You said it before the schedule is out. Okay, you know what? No, not me. I didn't do it. I don't know how tall this thing is, so we should probably figure that out. We actually might be able to do it with just what we've got here. But he was allowed to. Okay, that's fine. I'm so paranoid about screwing that up. Yee boy, I got the good shit. Explain. Also, hello sweetheart, how are you? Tilda has arrived. Yeah. Tilda's got the good insurance. Dude, it feels great. Just the absolute thrill of having medical care on a whim, you know? Fun time. Thank you for the gift sub. I should have been counting how many this is. I guess we'll find out. Okay. It's quite a few. That should be fine. Something like that. Just the raw thrill of the game of getting insurance. Sort of like when I got the COVID vaccine. I was just like, man, this is awesome. I was tempted to go back for a second one, just for the thrill. Just for the thrill of getting free health insurance. It's like, oh man, is this what it's like to live in other countries? That bounce. Collect all the vaccines in your body. It's like getting the Pokemon badges. You just go around and get all of them. I just got back from Pewter City. And I got the stone vaccine. I'm pretty sure that's just probably heroin, I guess. Weed. Inject the weed needles. What about a water elevator? What about not? Okay. So now I need to kind of figure out how I'm going to lay out this base. I'm going to try and get it going now. We're definitely going to keep it at, I think, this height over this area. But that does mean that we need to fill it in because there's people like this. That was something breaking. Probably my shoes. I've been on the verge of breaking for several streams now. There's a Minecraft RPG for reals? It's not like... It's not a meme? Oh, Minecraft Dungeons. Yes, apparently it's not very good. It's like a Diablo-like. But bad. Because, like, doing things doesn't ensure that, like, you still contain that buff. So, you get a combo going, and then you find some other random loot. It's got better stats on damage or whatever. And then, so you upgrade to it, but then you don't have that combo you had before. So you have to decide between having a coherent combo or having upgraded damage. It's just kind of bad design decisions in general. That Impossible Dreams song is actually kind of legitimately, like, good, though. Like, I just literally just picked a random... Who did that? Impossible Dreams. It was on, Rocksmith. Rocksmith. There's a new Rocksmith coming out. Versus Them. That was it. I don't know if I want to go for Crevice or Lava. I kind of think I like Crevice more. I guess I don't have to use the good brick down here. I guess I've got all that cobblestone. I Could use it for that. Also, anything at this height could be removed. Don't. But I think part of why I thought it was good was because I added solos to that song, because I got bored of the song. So I just added a few. It was while I was doing the, Rocksmith has an achievement for playing all the bass songs. So I figured I'd, you know, bitch. Go crazy with the hoppers and make a stone melting machine. That would maybe work, but I'd have to mine out a lot of stone. And that's just not going to happen. Okay. So now we've got a bunch of junk resources in order to fill in. So that way we don't use good resources for the, you know, the foundation. Actually, that's fine. I just don't want zombies and stuff spawning down here. So I gotta fill it in, which is a little fiddly and a little boring. I've activated the goat curse. Okay. Actually, as long as it's too high, it should be solid, right? Because nothing could spawn down there. Yeah, it should be fine. Now I won't win the World Series for 100 years. Oh no. Not that? Spiders might? Okay, we'll throw a torch or two down here then. We're gonna build this thing out to like the extent of the, I think, area and go from there. Okay, cool. So that's as much building on that as far as we can do right now. Let's go down into the dungeon and get more stuff. The Billy Goat Curse. Remember Colonel Sanders? No. I don't understand. What? What happened to Colonel Sanders? Also, I need to get rid of this purple banner, so that means that I just need to put it up here. Have you ever considered going to hell for Gothstone? Hell sucks. The Nether? I don't think I need anything from the Nether, really. It's like the Billy Goat Curse, but with a baseball team. Wait, so is that... No, actually, I don't understand. What are you talking about? What is the Colonel Sanders curse? So like if you eat Colonel Sanders, then you're, or if you don't eat Colonel Sanders before a big game, you just lose? They threw his statue in the Osaka River, and the baseball hooligans that threw him in lost for years. I see. Why'd they do that? Just for the fun? I mean, I guess. Sports rage? Oh, they're upset that they won or lost. I like how with baseball, or like sports in general, there's no way to know whether or not they won, and then that was why they like got excited and threw the statue in the river, or they lost, and that's why they got excited and threw the statue in the river. There's absolutely no way to know. Also, how is that reported? How do you report something like that? Like, seems like a difficult thing to know that happened. You never just throw a statue in the liver? Yeah, I love that I just like totally fucked up my words there. Because KFC in Japan, that's why there's a statue. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Colonel Sanders statue. I've seen the Ronald McDonald one, where he's just like chilling on the bench outside, and like the older the restaurant, the more fucked up Ronald McDonald looks. It must be a Japanese thing where they add like Colonel Sanders, because apparently that's like a thing. I think like KFC during Christmas is like a Japanese thing. Like, very much feels like it was forced, probably by KFC, to be like, oh yeah, you know, the great American thing. KFC on Christmas. So, like, having statues, like mascots. It's a thing in Japan. So you gotta have statues. But yeah, like most places, like Buc-ee's has a statue of like Buc-ee. Yeah, no, someone immediately brings up Buc-ee. Buc-ee's has a statue, which is weird because it's a truck stop. But like legitimately, Buc-ee's is nice. I think people kind of freak out about it a little too much, but it's nice to have a clean bathroom. Like that's their thing. Is we have very clean bathrooms, and our food is acceptable, which. I could legitimately see myself going to Buc-ee's for food. I probably wouldn't pick them as a first choice. They're kind of a second round. I mean, it's still a gas station, but it's better than normal. Can you speak for every Texan on why Specs Spirit and Liquors has the gayest corporate mascot? Is Specs not a thing outside of Texas? Acceptable, like, food? Like, you wouldn't go on a date to Buc-ee's. Like, Buc-ee's is way bigger of a place than you should have a truck stop be. In general. Why is Buc-ee's so big? I don't know, man. I've only been once. It's just a thing, you know? Make it that way you can get all the trucks in, and then you can go and get food. That kind of thing. But have you guys not seen the Specs Rabbit? Like, is that seriously not, like, a outside of Texas thing? You guys haven't. Okay, hold up. Specs. Liquor. This is what Punstar, I think, is referencing. That's the Specs Rabbit. And they're massive. Like that's the floor. Like I haven't ever been inside, but it looks massive from the outside. But yeah, little rabbit guy looks really weird in that one. I've never seen that gay ass rabbit in my life. I don't. How is he gay? He just looks like Buddy Holly. You just know? He's gay? Chat has gay senses. And can just know these things. I'll trust chat's gaydar. Bulbaneer, thank you for the 61 months of support. Mixed with Orville Redenbacher. Yeah. Why does the booze store have so much booze? You know, to sell booze, I guess. I've never been in a Specs. Yeah, I didn't realize that wasn't a thing outside of Texas. Yeah, we have massive liquor stores. We also have the Party Barn here in town, which apparently is a thing outside of Texas, but it's great. I've never been. But it's a cool idea. It's like a drive-through liquor store / convenience store. They got like a barn, and you drive in the front of it, and you go, hey, I want these things. And they go, okay, cool. And then they go and get those things, and then you buy them, and then they put them in your car for you. Oh, hey there. So you can drink and drive. I mean, you'll get arrested for exactly that. If you want alcohol in Canada, you have to go to government-regulated stores. Yeah, no, we used to, I think, have that. You can still see signs of it in some places here in Texas, where it's there's gates on the liquor section, and you. In the past, they had it closed on like Sundays after a certain time on certain other days. The Zombo had more drip than me. I mean, you know, you do what you can. I probably want this to go out a little bit more. Oh, I need a pickaxe. Shit. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any iron. I mean, like, most booze stores are just like, I don't know. You go in, you order booze. Or, you know, you bring the booze you want up to the counter. They card you, unless if you look old, and then they like, give you a beer. Like, not a, you know, complex process. But, you know. I have to start actually, like, giving a shit about getting more iron here soon. Damn, really? That sucks. Is it all back at the other base, maybe? Maybe. Like, I haven't gotten booze in a while. It's just, it's not a thing I have time for. I talk about it every now and then, but it just, you know, I'd rather do other things. And being drunk makes it very hard to do certain things. What? I fucked that up. I guess this will work. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we put a door of some sort here. Then it kind of looks like beveled, and that looks all right. Yeah, definitely a door goes here, but I don't have one on me right now, so we don't put one down. But we're gonna put these here for now, but we're definitely gonna replace that as well. Doesn't look awful, but I don't know what kind of gate. We'll figure that out. I guess we only need to dig down like one. We're putting down the perimeter of the wall. And then we'll put in the floor. I just want to get here are the limits of what I can build. All right. I think lanterns would look better. Yeah, I think that's going to be the trick, is going and getting lanterns instead, but we'll get there. I think we got to start curving back in. We might have some towers that kind of shoot off. But yeah, we're kind of at the edge again. So this is, I guess, where this ends. Soul torches look cool, but they're too dim. Are they bright enough to not cause monsters to spawn? Or are they just like not bright enough to just be functional as a light source? It's like the tile they're on and that's it. Oh, okay. I see. Their effective range is smaller. Got it. Alright. So we need to get a door. I don't know what kind of door to use for this place. But that's looking pretty good. Then we can kind of divide out the rooms. I kind of already have a layout of some sort devised. Apparently, Specs does Pride Month sales. Huh. Okay. So we're going to need to get some iron while we're down there. Took a little bit of damage there to avoid the baddies. This game is great, man. One door or two. I don't like the two-door thing. I don't think that ever looks good. Iron or spruce? Iron, I was thinking, but you have to have a pressure plate to open it, which could be fine. Could be all right. fuck is this? Okay, that's like 5 naughty words I've said during this stream. Try and keep it on the DL. Dark oak doors. Okay. Ah, here we go. All right. So let's Oh, good. Immediately we're starting to get into the stuff that I actually want to dig. That's good. I was actually digging down just to like get to the stuff, but I'll take this, man. You take the wins when you get them. I want this to eventually be a staircase so I can get back out. But this appears to be all the dark slate, so... Okay, there we go. That's good. I need iron at some point while I'm down here as well. Spruce doors look like stretch barrels. Fair enough. Okay. And then I need to bonk to bonk. So that way I remember that this is where I need to go. Dark oak. I don't think I've seen any of that yet. This is probably not going to do the trick, right? I feel like there was another game that I heard about recently that seemed pretty good. I'm trying to think. I think it was Peglin was the only one I heard about, but I was really excited to play Peglin because I was like, oh, I'm good at this game. And then I wasn't. You can watch the VOD of that if you're watching on After Hours. It was like posted yesterday if you're watching this on After Hours. But yeah, no, I mean, today it was just kind of like, I'm going to paint my orcs and just try and like calm down and don't freak out about the charity. Like, it's one of those things that like, I don't freak out about it until it gets close because I know other people have it under control. Like, that's kind of the way the charity's been set up, is that there are other people whose job it is to make sure that things don't burn down and that, you know, the art assets are done and the magazine is done and the merch is done and the so-and-so set up the thing to get the whatchamacallit there, you know? It's great, you know? And it just makes it so that way the streamers can just like show up and they stream. And that's great. It means all I got to worry about is making sure I do my 2-hour stream or whatever and I'm done. It is 2 hours, right? Wait, how long am I streaming Pooh Ball? I'm streaming Pooh Ball this year. Anyone go check that schedule? I just realized it might be more than 2 hours. It's 3 hours. Okay, well, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. That could be a little bit of an oopsie. Oh, no. Maybe we find a few flash games to do on top of that. That way I don't have to do it. 3 hours. Okay, maybe some coloring books. Coloring books are fun. I need to make sure I actually find iron at some point. I've got plenty of coal, so that coal there is important, but it's not that important. I'm talking to like baby hazel kind of crap. I'll go ahead and vet a few. I don't know how stringent the charity thing is on like, hey, make sure you do what you said you were going to. Like, I'll show up. I'll do a stream. I'll play Pooh Ball for a bit. I don't think anyone on the charity team is going to be like, you said you were going to stream Pooh Ball for 3 hours. We want you to hurt yourself with this. Really mad I can't watch it. I'll be posting it on After Hours, but I'm not going to be streaming any time or days outside of my scheduled times and the multiplayer block for this weekend and such, because I want all eyes on the charity. No highlight video this week. No arcade video this week. Not that there would be one, but just pay attention to the charity stream. Make sure all of the attention goes there. All the money goes there. We make as much money for kids with cancer as possible. Get rid of that horrible disease 1 year. All the charity volunteers being like, die. We worked hard for this. And you're telling me you're going to change the plans? You will not. You will die. I worked too hard on making sure that the alignment on the magazine was perfect. Unironically, would not blame them if they were like that towards me. All right, we got 9 irons. That's something. It'd be good to get a little bit more. Because I only have iron pickaxe. A iron pickaxe at this point. Dude, yeah, no, everything that I've seen so far about the charity, like, you guys are going to have such a good time. Like, holy crap. Everyone is just pulling out the stops. It's going to be incredible. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be good charity. Every stream is going to be a banger. Honestly, the unsung heroes of the volunteers, because a good volunteer, I'm going to say this on the stream too, a good, like, management of, like, I guess, talent, if you want to call us streamers that, you know, a good event going off without a hitch, you don't notice any of the work that was done, you know? You don't notice that the magazine looks like a banger. Like, you're just like, that looks good, you know? You're happy about it. It's best, you know? You don't think about it too much. You're just like, this looks great. It's only when things go wrong that you really think about, hey, someone wasn't paying attention when that's happened, you know? And I feel like the charity people don't get the respect they deserve because they don't screw it up. It looks amazing. Like, every year, it's going to be so good. You're doing your money job. Is your money job paying you to watch me stream video games? Base? Did I forget to give myself the exit? This is my original exit previously. What if he works for Bezos and he's monitoring me? I mean, to be fair, okay. Just reading stuff in the background. Okay. I don't want you getting in trouble. Heard Elon Musk is launching an ad into space. I mean, it's not that big, but also, like, space is already having a problem with just, like, random bullshit in our atmosphere. It's kind of hard to launch a rocket because we keep just, like, I don't know, a screw or whatever will fall off the space station or whatever, and it's going at full speed around the thing. It's probably fake. Let's hope. Yeah, has anyone considered shoving him into a locker? That's a good point. You're right. Is littering in space a crime? I don't think it is yet. Don't do that. Ow. It's so much work to do the volunteer stuff. And it's just a compilation of like so many incredibly talented people doing so many different things. Like I mean, the magazine's like the easiest thing to point out, but just like the fact that the streams go off without a hitch because someone else is making sure that just herding cats, you know? Like getting the streamers to actually do things and show up for times and say that they're going to what they're doing and just everything. Rev, I literally described it as herding cats in an email to Fangamer this week. Yeah, no, I'm quoting Hootie on that one. Hootie has called it herding cats since, like, the first one. Because it is. Because it's just like, hey, like, what you doing for the charity? I don't know, I'll figure it out. And it's like, can you not? Can you just let me know what your plan is? I don't know, I don't really work that way, man. And it's like, okay. So props to the volunteers for putting up with our bullshit. Oh, so like being I mean, you'd be surprised to hear that all of the mods that are in chat right now are in fact volunteers for it. And then just like, I don't know, coding stuff? I don't know really what's going on there. But just like making sure websites work and the donation thing works. The money actually gets to them. And it displays the accurate number. And like the animation for the little thing looks cute. Like there's so much of it that it's such a like, it's a little thing to someone who's not having to do the work, but it makes the event so much better that it's there, you know? Like the donation tracker just being up on screen all the time. There's so many different layers to that. First off, it has to work. Second off, like, someone's got to do the restream. And the charity thing, yeah. No windows? This is like, realistically speaking, it's all going to be up a floor. So, like, we're at this level. And it's the same level over there. Yol, thank you for the raid for 1,800 people. I was just talking about the charity, man. How's your stream? I was just talking about getting a dumpy emote. I heard you were doing Geo... What's a who's it? How was that? If GeoGuessr, that's it. Now, is y'all actually, are you actually here, my dude? Because I was going to ask, I actually have no idea what you're doing for the charity this year. It all looks the same in the Midwest. Dude, when me and Mark were doing it yesterday, like, if you hit Russia, which is a pretty good chance, you're screwed. Oh, hello there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of iron in there. We're fine. Enderman? You just like chilling in my house now? Is that your thing? Can your thing not be that? Can your thing be other things? He wants to be your friend? He's scaring me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, just don't take anything. New roommate. He lives in the tower now, I guess. It's fine. He's paying rent with grass blocks, which I don't really need. I mossed an entire mountain because of you. Jesus. Yoel said he was going to eat his own head during the charity stream. I'm pretty sure that's a TOS violation. What does that mean? Either violence or sexual? I'm not sure which. Possibly both. When you get Russia, drive to the biggest road you can for a sign for directions and looking for the European part of Russia. Yeah, I think, like, in order to get good at GeoGuessr, you have to just, like, get... I don't know. Just a big old chomp, like you just open your mouth real big and then you eat your head like that. Alright, fair enough. I was gonna say, like, the thing I was thinking, I'm pretty sure that the mods of the charity are gonna be like, nah, you can't do that. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like, what I found yesterday when we were doing it is middle of nowhere everywhere looks exactly the fucking same. We found one, it was like South Africa, and I thought, like, legitimately I thought we were somewhere in Texas. Like, for the first, like, couple seconds, because just, like, random nothing farmland, and, you know, that's it. You can stream your cats for the charity? That works. Herman Cam. I'd probably get more viewers if I just had, like, a camera on my cats 24/7. And then I just, like, you know, normal Minecraft stream or whatever I'm streaming, but then also there's a cat. Like, that would probably do pretty good. Is this the new deep slate block? Yeah, I'm building a castle. Because that's what you do in Minecraft. There's town. There's the house I built. It's kind of... Chat says it looks like a barn. It's kind of far away. It's over there. And we got the tower there. And then we got another tower here. And then we're just building the outline of this place. The stream category is not set to Minecraft. What is it set to? Deep slate conspiracies. It's set to nothing. What? How did that happen? Minecraft. ASMR charity stream? I don't think my voice is good enough to do ASMR. That being said, I've got a few channels like that the guy is good or smart at the thing he does. Like, he knows what he's talking about, but his voice is grating. I'm the opposite of that. Like, my voice is okay. Some people like it. But I have no idea what I'm talking about. Your voice is good for ASMR? I've done a couple ASMR videos. You know, I mean, ironically as jokes and not as, like, weird sex things. Do the opposite of ASMR, just be as annoying as possible, just like shrieking sounds. Today is Black Cat Appreciation Day. That was last Thursday, wasn't it? Hi everybody, my name's Rev and we're gonna stream a video game! Alright! Like that for like 2 hours? I think I'd blow out my voice if I did that. ASMR doesn't have to be a sex thing. Alright! And we just do that for like 2 hours. Okay, guys, we're going down into the mines! That's honestly just regular Minecraft streamers, isn't it? Didn't your ASMR Communist Manifesto... It was, what was it? Barber eats while trimming your hair and trying to ignore his communist ghost wife? I think that one's fine. I don't think it got flagged. I think it was, it's the, communist, like, the Soviet national anthem. That for some reason is copyright claims. You can't use that without paying the copyright, you know, which is a very communist thing to do. Care about copyright. You know. Making sure that some people have things and other people don't. Your barber stress eats to ignore his communist ghost wife. That was the name of the video. Absolutely banger video. Love that video. Really quintessential Rev video content right there. Just got like random ASMR stuff that had no like royalty to it. Like they were just like, yeah, you can use, you know, repurpose and reuse the videos. And it's like, all right. I want to make an ASMR thing, but I don't have an ASMR mic. How do I do this? I'll just find other people's videos that allow me to, like, edit and remix them. Well, who would allow me to do that? Well, I think, you know, it turns out someone reading the Communist Manifesto is someone who would be like, yes, please use this. So it's like, cool. So that's literally the only reason that the ghost wife is a communist. That and because the beginning of the Communist Manifesto says there's a spirit that is haunting Europe or something like that. And that spirit's name is capitalism. I think that's how it starts. Something along those lines. And I was like, yeah, all right, ghost, sure. Spectre. That's it. So I was like, yeah, that'll be perfect. And then I found a video of a guy that's just like eating and he's doing like mukbang. And he's explaining like how he makes money to his family. And that's like his little chat. So mukbang is like literally someone just eating, but they've got a really high quality mic and they're eating directly into the mic and they're kind of like, I don't know. People are into it. I don't know why. It's a thing. Anyway. So he's eating like Burger King or something and he's narrating this situation that happened when he went on a boating trip with his family. Social eating, I guess. It makes you feel less lonely. I mean, like, I don't really realize why it's got to be, like, ASMR as well. I get that. Just like, hey, guys, sit down and eat. Like, maybe eating without, like, the ASMR bit. Like, I get that. Just like, oh, hey, there you go. It sounds like, you know. It's gross. People are into it, though. Plastic Squid, thank you for the gift sub. But, so I was like, that's good. And then there was an ASMR video of someone, like, cutting someone else's hair. And so it's literally, that's why that video is the way it is. Those were the resources I had to make a video, and that's what I decided to make with it. It's essentially a high-quality YouTube poop using completely untethered, useless information as bits. Tips on not being quiet while playing things alone, like for streaming purposes. When you stream, the idea should be that you come to the stream with an idea. Like, I don't know, like you don't have like a night show talk host get up on stage and be like, so anyway, what have you guys been up to? You guys, And then, like, no one shows up, so they just kind of stand there in a room awkwardly. Like, bring a conversation with you. Have, like, things that you've been looking into recently. Like, what have you been talking about recently? Like, what have you guys been doing? Like, add that to the thing. Like, don't... I mean, I'm saying that because I'm responding to your thing. But what I mean to say is you should bring something to your own stream. And then people will bounce off of it and they'll be like, that's dumb. Or, hey, what about this thing that I heard? And then you could go off that as well. But yeah, just having things to naturally talk about to be able to keep conversation going, even when people aren't there. That's, I think, again, is one of the hardest things for people who are getting new to streams. RPGs are really good, yeah, because they make you talk. You have to read the things. Talk about the things you know. Yeah, 100%. I talk about Warhammer way too much, literally just to fill dead air, and because I'm excited to talk about Warhammer. I played some, the other day, and it was great. I had a good time. I've been having a lot harder time with my list recently because it turns out that people understand that orcs are good. Also, they announced something about the Orc Codex today on the Warhammer community page, and they're like, make sure that you pre-order your Orc Codex today. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm just like, all right, so what is this book? Like, I've got this book right here, and it's got an orc on the cover. That's the sound of a book. And it's got the bit that they talked about today. I saw it. It's on this page right here. They announced the one guy on the white squig. He's on page 92. Do you guys want to know what's on page 69? The secondaries. And yes, that is how I remember it. And yes, I find that funny every time. And I'm the only person in existence who will ever know that. But yeah, they're like, guys, don't use that book. You can't use that book in games. Even though you pre-ordered the book, you can't use it yet because it's not out yet. So you still got to use your 8th edition book. And I'm like, I understand what you're saying, G-dubs. But I'm going to ignore you because what you've decided to do makes no fucking sense. They released a book, a special edition of the book, and then they're like, all right, but the real book, which has the exact same information, but with a different cover, will be coming out a month later. So just ignore the rules in that for like a month. It's like, no. Also, it got leaked all over the internet, so it's like, why open pre-orders then? My assumption was, because they had originally said that you would pre-order the Pro-Jared's Penis, you're right. You would get the Codex early, along with some special models that, are new, which is why I got it. And then they'd be, selling the Codex itself a month or a week later. But they weren't. They literally said that in an article that was the plan. And then they just didn't. And then my favorite part was when they were like, guys, you're going to be really excited to hear that we have an exciting roadmap for the next few months on what codexes will be available. Also, starting today, you can start to get your Thousand Suns and Grey Knights codexes. We're going to start talking about them. Stand by for this weekend, and you'll learn all about all of the codexes that are coming up. It's like, cool. You're like, all right, this month is Grey Knights and Thousand Suns. Next month is Orcs. The month after that is Black Templars, which you already knew. And who knows about the rest? And it's like, so you just announced literally fucking nothing? What? It's sort of like, we're going to have an exciting meal plan today. It will involve spaghetti and pancakes and also cake. You have no idea what the things that we're going to have for food today. You go, okay, that's kind of exciting. All right, cool. For breakfast, we're having pancakes. Okay, yep, knew that. I will now tell you everything you're going to be having for the day. We're going to be having pancakes. We're going to have spaghetti for lunch. And then who knows what we're having for dinner. And it's like, okay. Well, we fucking knew that. You already told us that. What? So, people are mad because that made no fucking sense. But, you know, whatever. How's it going? It's going good. Lost like 70 people talking about Warhammer. I should probably not. But anyway, to answer your question about like how to, you know, deal with like dead times in streams, just talk about something you're passionate about. Talk about stuff that's happened to you recently, especially like funny or interesting things. Anything that like happened that's like, I don't know, cool. Went to go throw out the trash today. Went down to the dumpster. Random car was broken into. And so I go up to one of the maintenance guys and I'm like, hey, car was broken into over there. He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Do you have a cell phone on you? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so maybe we should call that in? He's like, why? I'm like, what? What? Just, it's not my car. But maybe that person wants their shit back? Maybe you should inform the resident that their car was broken into? There's glass everywhere. Maybe you should clean up the glass? Because there's glass everywhere. Like, there was just glass all over the parking lot from this window. An obscene amount of glass for a small window. It's like, do you want to do something about that? No? Okay. Alright then. Sure. That's fine. Calling the cops is not something I enjoy doing. Just cause, you know, I don't know. I like to not get involved in that kind of thing. Not my cup of tea. But also, I think you should at least let the resident know that their car was broken into. Because that sounds like it's shit. If you travel from Z on the Lapis vein and mine straight down, you'll find diamonds. So there'll be diamonds directly below this. Okay. Well, all of my pickaxes broke, so I'm leaving, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you want to file a claim, you do have to call the cops for insurance. Exactly. Which is why you would want to do that. Negative Z. Not straight down. Always trust your fists. The police will never help you. Dude, that's such a raw line. And came from, like, a fighting game. Well, like, Streets of Rage, right? It's not really a fighting game. It's more of, like, a beat-em-up. But, dude, good line. Streets of Rage, that was it. Yeah. Go -4 and then straight... Thanks, Enderman. I'm just gonna put this dirt right next to the door for you. Thanks. My mouse is invisible. Again. I don't know if it is for y'all, so I'm just going off of what's highlighted. And that's how I'm figuring out where I am. Okay, that should be more than enough to be able to get the... No, wait, hold up. There's some more. Have I found amethyst in the mines yet? I don't think so. Your mail slot works? Oh, yeah, it's true. I guess he I mean, he kind of just walked in. We can see your mouse. It's weird, though. I wonder how that works. That is... Wait, what? Y'all can, but I can't. Weird. This place is actually going to be, like, fairly small. It's the common problem with Minecraft building is that the houses end up being smaller than you would really like. We could probably extend it out a little bit more. We need to figure out exactly where the moat comes in. So the moat is going to be to like there. Okay. Probably want to get some filler bricks to be able to, I don't have any iron, so I need to, go get some. Minecraft houses are too small, too empty, or too big. Oof. That's a big oof. Oh, that's another big oof, because I don't have a pickaxe, so I can't get rid of any of this crap. Are you not going to Golem Farm? I'm sorry, where's Yol? He stopped streaming and then he hosted me. Because he's cool like that. Yeah, he raided me. Am I friends with Yol? We've known each other for like 10 years. Like, I've literally known him for, like, longer than some people have been alive. He was one of the first people to be added to the team. Like, once the original team was really set up. Oops. Alright, I need to get another pickaxe. I could just get a stone pickaxe or two. I'm just being lazy about it and not... I should go get... Because I'm going to forget that those two are over there. I'm going to screw it up. I can't believe that Vinesauce is this old. Honestly, same. Like, a lot of the groups that got started at the same time as us, like, died. Have I ever held hands with him? I've never been in the same state as him. Same country, even. I've never left the States. He's never left Sweden. As far as I'm aware. He's been to Japan. Right. Yeah, I forgot about him going to Japan. Dude, after playing GeoGuessr, I want to go to Japan. Like, even, like, the crappy, like, industrial zones that we were looking at, because, like, it just plonks you down in the middle of nowhere. It's, like, kind of neat, man. Like, the aesthetic is kind of poggers. Not gonna lie. I am, however, going to uncringingly use the term poggers now, because my life is a sham. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay. Rev's big weeaboo adventure. Poggers, it's the High Lord of Terra. The High Lord of Terra! I haven't seen her in a while. I think Sisters players still use her. Just haven't played enough Sisters players recently. Incentive, Rev and you'll go to Japan and do Sailor Moon karaoke. What a bizarre request. Also, did Vinny ever do his, like, Vocaloid or J-pop incentive? He should be bullied about that. If I have to read all of Homestuck, he has to do his incentives too. He did the karaoke? He did. He beans the PC. I saw that he beans the PC. He beansed it. He did it today. I need to watch Air Bud. I should probably do that sometime this week. I will do it. Trust me. I've just had a lot of Homestuck to read. Just feel like I should announce when I'm gonna do that in advance so people can, like, I don't know, prepare and get Air Bud themselves. I mean, I guess I don't have to. I don't really know how I would quote-unquote stream it. Because when I did the JoJo stuff, I had a capture region of the screen, and then I just deleted the video, so that way I could make sure that the linking sounds were correct. I don't know how I'm gonna do that on stream. I think the answer is I don't, because that's illegal, and crimes make Jesus cry. You wouldn't want that. If Jesus was upset, man, if God was upset, that would be bad, right? Does it have to be live on stream? No, but I don't know. I just fucking felt like it, you know? We're going with that line of reasoning right now. Why is the goat aggressive? It probably wasn't even aggressive, and I just decided to get the drop on it. Unrelated, but here's a cool link. I mean, yeah, I guess so. That would work. Just let people know in advance. Dude, they are so fucking hostile. He was coming right at me. It was self-defense. B crimes do gay. Okay. I guess if I was going to record it and upload it, I probably should have done it before now. Because now it's like... If I do it, then it would be like an after... I mean, I guess it would be a... I could put it on the highlights channel, but that is going to be a long... I mean, it's a 2-hour movie or whatever. I have them. They have the weird spin-off stuff on Disney Plus, but not the original. Okay, cool. So people could legitimately get a copy of it fairly easily. Legally as well. We wouldn't want to piss off Disney. Disney has done so many good things. For the world. So it'd be important that the mouse got his fucking cash. Mickey Mouse deserves every penny he's earned. Oh, no one sent me the dog collar edition. I bought it myself because I was like, I'm getting the good version. I deserve to have nice things. You know? I decided to treat myself a bit. Get the collector's edition of Air Bud. Santa Paws 1 and 2. You know? You guys act like I shouldn't treat myself. No, no one sent me that. I actually spent real money on that because that's what the incentive said to do. Also, I don't think the tank incentive is going to be a thing. I wanted it to be a thing, but it's going to be too expensive to get a tank. Also, I don't know about bad time restrictions and how that's going to affect my ability to have... Listen, sometimes Disney needs to kill a few animals in order to make a cute, adorable kids cartoon or movie. What kind of tank incentive? There's a place where you can drive a tank here in Texas. They'll let you drive an actual real tank, and in the guise of helping children, I was going to make it a thing, but honestly, it was just because I wanted to drive a tank, because that would be fucking cool. But it turns out that's really expensive, so I guess I'm not doing that. They let you shoot something with a tank. Yes. I hate this. Well. I like how you just stood there and let it happen. I was like, I could run. I could run, but what's the point? All right, let's bring this down the hill. Like how blast resistant the snow is. It's great. All right, so let's continue it this way. And then I need to get a bed up here, man. Like, I need to, like, cordon off one of these rooms to be a bedroom. And that way I can sleep up here. I feel like I can fortify this enough that I could use it as a bedroom. And then I could sleep at night and not have to deal with monsters and could build faster. Gotta turn off mob griefing. I mean, luckily, this building material I've got is blast resistant, so I should be okay. I do like how I'm just taking damage for no reason now. Let's go ahead and extend this over. Where are Colonels and Merlons? Okay, you're over there. That's fine. great! Turns out it's not blast resistant. And I'm building my entire base out of it. This won't come back to bite me in the ass. Let's just continue as if I didn't notice that. I'm thinking about maybe making a tower for the fuck off. Fuck off. Why aren't you on fire? I could make a snowman. Okay, fine. Helmet's gone. That's fine. It's whatever. You need a pumpkin. I have pumpkins. It's pumpkin and snow, right? You want to make a fucking snowman? It doesn't have to be a fucking snowman. That, again, off key and the wrong lyrics in order for it to be you know, fine as far as copyright. Because it is entirely possible for me to entirely sing that song exactly like Anna does in the hit Disney movie Frozen.tm. But I decided not to not get copyright claims. So just that's yeah. It sounds like a recording. You forgot Frozen 2 existed. Yeah, I did too. Why? I mean, money, that's why. But anyone see it? Was it any good? Did they... Whatever that needed to happen in that... What needed to happen? I felt like it was fairly like... They wrapped that one up. Like, she's okay with being a snow princess now because that slaps. We have more eggs than we could ever do anything with. Frozen 2 is fine. Did she win? The thing? Character exposition was better? Okay. I got more iron. That would be helpful. I think I might just put on a new pair of pants. And then put this in here, and eventually I'll need to repair other pants. So we get the snow, we could put the dirt away. Is this dark oak? Oh, it is dark oak. Okay, let's make a dark oak door. So that was the thing I wanted to do. Someone suggested this for the front of our castle doorway thing. need to... Let me just, Okay, good. I want to get good stuff out of my inventory so I can put junk in it, so that way I can get more good stuff in my inventory. Redstone goes here. That's there. That made sense. I swear it did. Cobbled deep slate. Sure, I need that. Cobblestone itself. Take a full stack. Arrows we don't need. Gunpowder we don't know. String and spider eye we don't need. Cobblestone we'll take. We'll take more cobblestone in order to fill up the gaps. Do we have wool? We don't. Do we have shears down here so I don't have to go all the way up top to make or get my shears? I don't. Okay. Let's bring a couple more pumpkins. Why not? Let's have like 3 pumpkins. Oop, hold up. There we go. So do snowmen need snow in order to survive, or do they just need snow in order to get started? And then they make their own snow. I think that's the case, right? Castle looks pretty good from a distance. So far, so good. Need to figure out what I can do with eggs. Egg. I have plenty of egg. There's something I was gonna make. Oh, right. You guys just vibing? Okay. Rev drinks raw eggs incentive. No. That's how you get the bad. I don't need snow to persist. Okay, cool. One stick. Okay. Just I have a shit ton of eggs on me for no reason. That's cool looking. Is that gonna hurt? No. Cool. There's now chickens. Why not farm chickens? I have a chicken farm. That's why I have so many eggs. I have literally more eggs than I can store at home. They do take damage in water/rain. You'll drink eggs on stream. Okay. Sounds dumb, but alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Alright, iron go in here. Let's put the iron pickaxes for the most part in here. There we go. They have the same nutritional value as boiled eggs, so there's no reason. Couldn't you get salmonella like that? I feel like that's a thing. I feel like that's how you get salmonella. Sally Manelli's. Okay, hold up. Can you eat eggs raw? The inside of eggs that appear normal can contain a germ called salmonella that makes you sick, especially if you eat it raw or lightly cooked eggs. This is according to the CDC. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to assume that that's right because that lines up with what I know. Not all eggs are infected, but it's a gamble. So, follow-up question. Why would I ever gamble? Like, I always see them do it in movies. I need a shovel for this, don't I? I see them do it in movies, but, like, actually, why? Is it like 2 and then a... So I need to put... How the fuck do you make a snowman? No risk, no reward? Okay. It has to be a jack-o'-lantern. I see. Oh, neat that died like that. Cut the pumpkin? What pumpkin? That's pumpkin seeds. How do I carve? It's been a while since I made one. Shears? Okay. Actually, hold up. That looks pretty good. Forgot to tell DD to show me progress, and I'm cloning a 256 gigabyte drive. Oh. I see. That might be an issue. Close enough. Still bouncing. Alright. Let's shear this pumpkin. Use up the deep slate we got. Shears. I know they're around here. Here they are. Thank you. Is this vanilla Minecraft? This is 100% vanilla. I'm high enough up in the mountain, and there's snow here. Put a second bed higher up, so that way you can hop down. And I guess so. I should just have a second bed, to be honest, and just have it up here, so I don't have to go all the way downstairs to sleep. But... c'est la vie. I could do anything about this problem, but... oh well. It only has to be one tall as well, right? It's too tall? Really? Okay. Yep. Alright, that was the problem. Alright, defend me while I make shit. That's your only purpose in life. You literally don't exist except for to make my life better. Thanks. Alright, cool. checking to see if that horse would get pegged. A lot of pegging tonight. They will die after the rain. But we're on top of a mountain. It won't rain. It'll snow. I think you have to fence them in so they don't wander off. I'll build them into the castle. It'll be fine. They're not going to go that far, hopefully. Rip to a real one. Remember when one of Vinny's snowmen died in a snowstorm? I do not remember this. I remember him doing Minecraft, and it was really wild that he went back to Minecraft. What type of stone is that? It's deep stone. Or deep slate. Ah, he built on the edge of snow biome, so it ran off into the rain and died. Dumb. Yes, I believe that will be the end because I don't feel like filling that in. And I think that's not going to go out all that way. I think instead this is going to be a separate tower again. Honestly, it'll also make the thing look a little bit more interesting to have more towers and spires and buttresses and bullshit. And Flower, get out of here. So this will be like the main part of the castle here. Looks like the smeltery blocks from Tinker's Mod. Yeah, it's just it's brick version of regular block in Minecraft now. Almost Vegan, thank you for the sub. It's very kind of you. Alright, so yeah, I built it out all the way here, but I don't think that that's actually how it's going to go down. I think that there'll be like an entrance here that goes off that away. Use your shears on a snowman. Why? I mean, I'd have to go downstairs to go and get my shears. Also, this guy's kind of like fucking up the house, tracking snow in. So instead of it connecting up like that, I think I want it to... Can confirm it's real cool. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that in a second here. All the cool kids are doing it. Well, I'm cool. So of course I do it. I'm gonna marathon homestuck. I mean, like, honestly, it won't take you more than a couple months if you're a normal person who reads at a reasonable rate and you give it, like, your all, rather than doing it, like, every other, like, week and sometimes not at all for a month and kind of forgetting about it and then bringing it back. And, you know, the thing that I did, I haven't even found the scrunch. I haven't. I'm not cool enough for the scrunch. If all your friends sheared a snowman, would you? Clearly, yes. Because all of chat is saying that they would shear one, and I consider myself friendly towards y'all, for the most part. back. I just had to put on my first Nicorette patch because I decided I had an impulse to quit smoking. Grads. That's very good. I'm glad, my dude. That shit is expensive and obviously very bad for your health. I think you'll notice an improvement in your overall, like, just stamina very soon. Jolene, thank you for the sub. 3 months. Read Homestuck for several hours every other day, and it took me 2 months. I don't think it would take me as long as if I weren't reading it out loud, but, like, I don't know. Can you imagine an audiobook where they're just, like, 5 hours of silence, and they're like, oh, you meant out loud. Oh, shit. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, how big are these spires over here? Still have no desire to read it. Well, you don't have to, because I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Are you dreading home run derby? I, for some reason didn't realize I was doing it for 3 hours. So, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. A lot bit, actually. That could be a significant problem and challenge in my life. But hey, going by the skin of my teeth and not knowing what I'm doing, that sounds like me. That sounds like something I would do. I've not read all of Homestuck, but what's your favorite character so far? God, that's a loaded question. The mayor. The mayor rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that'll work. But we're gonna, like, probably make it more centered. Okay, well, that's where it'll be roughly anyway. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do this right? Extends off one more on one side than it does the other. Why? I like that they just started treating him like a cat after a while. You know? He's just like some weird dude that they're like, yeah, this guy fucking rocks. He's just got a cool vibe. Honestly, I think that's what it is for me. Just a good vibe. Good times, good vibes. Yeah. We're out of deep slate. I mean, we got the area closed in. We got some of the flooring in. Oh. Okay, I can survive jumping off the top floor. It just breaks my ankles. So that works. But, the Minecraft music's so good. I'm gonna check the art real quick, and then I'm gonna go and bounce. My neighbors are like, I don't know, they make really strong smelling food, and they're fucking good cooks. So it's kind of awful. Sort of like the High Lord of Terra. Bring that meme back. But I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna. That was like alligator burp. Let me go ahead and bring up this art that someone made. Mr. Lupon made an art of all the people participating in the Vinesauce's Hope thing. And it looks like we're just chilling. We're playing like cards over here. I'm getting something out of like, all right, I think I'm looking out the window into space. We might not be playing cards. We might just be chilling at like consoles and stuff. But the USS Vine. Speaking of the charity, does anyone in chat know anything about the charity that could spam a bunch of links for me real quick? Why, there it is. Natalie, thank you. Twitch.tv/variety is hope is where you want to go. You want to follow them on Twitch or Twitter as well at Vinesauce is hope. So that way you can find out all the cool deets. You can get links to all the things. And it's great. So thank you so much for making this art, Mr. Lupon. Thank you to everyone who dropped by today. Thank you for everyone who stayed after Yul raided me. And that was very kind of him and very kind of you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow with something. Don't know what yet. Probably not Isaac, but maybe Isaac. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.